Hi everyone, my name is Jefferson Nartey, and I'm so delighted to speak to you this day on one of the greatest speeches that I've written, which is dear to my heart, and which is the history of Ghana. Ghana, as we all know, as one of the greatest African continents founded in the history of the world, which was rich in its mineral resources, faced so many crises and so many challenges of which I would love to speak on today. Many years ago, Ghana, which was governed by the Ashanti Kingdom, found in the continent of Ghana, was captured many years ago by the Europeans. In 1471, the Portuguese were the first European to arrive in Ghana to colonize the nation, due to their interest in trade, which is to trade for gold, to trade for ivory, to trade for pepper. Preceding to what they were interested in, they had to build forts alongside the shores that could enable them to with Ghana as a whole. And 25 years later, even after they had traded with the country, the Dutch also arrived in 1482. And the Dutch, who also preceding to the interest that they had, they also created forts, permanent forts, which could also enable them to come and then trade with the country. In 1612, they had to build their first fort in Komenda in Comanche, which are cities found in Cape Coast, one of the regions found in Ghana. And in 1612 to 1637, which is in this period, they also created so many things that could also enable them establish their own trade in the nation. And in 1642, many other European countries also settled in and also helped in trading with the nation. When the Danes, which were the Danes and the Swedes, when the Danes finally left the Gold Coast, the British gained power to possess and own what the Dutch and the Portuguese had created in the 19th century. This allowed the British colony to have power over the Gold Coast. Laws were changed. And, the British colony had power to assess every law that was created in the country as a whole. This went on, of which had a long period of time to enable Ghana had so many accesses to their own nation. One of the things that they enabled Ghana to do was to trade, and it was into trade in slavery. As the slavery continued for a long period of time, the British administration in this rule administer certain rules to be able to enable certain chieftaincies to also acquire interest in assessing laws. But one of the things that they had to do was to also respect their own people, which was the British, in creating laws for the country. As the British took over the nation, there were so many improvements in economical progression, in agricultural progression, we had economical progression, we had education. Citizens that were involved at that time had to also help in building these things. And there were certain people who also were involved in helping the nation to grow. These citizens that were educated had an eye open, which also enabled them to see that some of the laws that were created in Ghana had negative influence or had negative impact on them. So these people stood up to help Ghana had independence. One of the greatest person who really had or well educated us at that time was Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, which I have his photo here. This man who had greater influence on the country helped Ghana to assess independence. he went forth to create a group which could be able to help them form a press to assess independence for the country. And the press that he created was known as the Big Six. Sorry if my image is so blunt. Which are the Big Six? Now, these Big Six, these six people, of which Dr. Kwame Nkrumah being the head, helped Ghana to gain independence. Um, what they created, or the group that they created, was named the Aborigine Right. Now, they created a group known as the UGCC. And this UGCC was to enable them to create a foundation to help them gain independence. Because of his eagerness and his strength to assess independence, he was imprisoned. And due to the imprisonment he had, he was later released. And due to his release, he still was eager to gain independence for the country. And in his eagerness to gain independence for the country, he was later given the room or the assurance to be able to stand and gain independence for the country. But before he could do that, it was done by election. And as the election was conducted, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, whom I have here, won the election. And that be able to enable him to gain independence for the nation. In 6th of March 1957, Ghana finally gained independence. And that helped Ghana to grow and enable Ghana to have or rule by its own indigence. This was some of the things that went on in Ghana. And the nation as a whole has been able to grow. And finally, Ghana has been a nation from 1957 to 2018, of which we as indigents are really enjoying its resources that it's giving us. Thank you.